Hello. If you're watching this video, then you must have recently participated in our survey study and would like to now know, firstly, whether you are eligible or not to try for a bonus payment. And secondly, in case you're eligible, then which of the choices that you've made during the study will be played for real to determine the amount of your bonus payment. In this video, we will answer both of these questions. In order to determine which participants are the eligible ones, we are going to generate randomly 5 numbers between 0 and 99. If the last 2 numerical values in your Prolific ID give one of these 5 random numbers, then you are eligible. Let us use an example to illustrate. Imagine that your Prolific ID is as given here on the slide, highlighted in red. Notice how if this were your Prolific ID, then the last 2 numerical values are 0 and 5. So if this were your Prolific ID, then you would be eligible if one of the 5 random numbers that we draw is in fact 0, 5, or just 5. Note that it's not 50, 50, but actually 0, 5, so just 5. So then afterwards, once we determine who the eligible participants are, for those participants, one of their choices during this study will be played for real to determine their bonus payment. Please recall that during the study, you answered 2 different types of choice questions. The first type concerned choices between uncertain options. The second type involved a choice between reducing CO2 emissions by 1 ton on one hand, and on the other hand, receiving some monetary amount for yourself. 4 of the 5 random numbers that we're going to generate now will determine eligibility for the first type of choice questions. And the remaining 1 random number will determine eligibility to play one of the second type of questions. So let us now generate 5 random numbers to determine eligibility. We're going to use an online random number generator, as shown here. We're going to generate a random number between 0, 0, 0, 0, and 99. And we're going to generate 5 random numbers without repeats. So by pressing on the button calculate, let's generate the 5 numbers. And here we go. Here are the results. Let's copy these results and save them. So the 5 numbers are 13. So the first number is 13. The second random number is 33 or 33. The third number is 60 or 60. And the fourth number is, the fourth number is 68. Okay, so if your Prolific ID's last 2 numerical values are either 13 or 33 or 60 or 68, then you are eligible to play a type 1 question. And we will determine shortly which of the type 1 questions will be played out for real. Finally, if the last 2 digits or numerical values in your Prolific ID are 42, then you are eligible to play a type 2 question. And again, we're going to determine shortly which of the type 2 questions will be played for real. So let's save these entries. And let's continue. Now that we know who the eligible participants are, let's move to the question, which choice question? So let's see which of the choice questions will be played for real. For the type 1 eligibility, recall that during the study, you encountered in total 12 different kinds of uncertain options as option 2. So the 12 different options involve 2 types of uncertain events, actually. So from 1 to 6, notice that the uncertain event involves the color of a ball drawn from a box. You didn't know the color composition of this box during the study, but we're going to reveal the composition to you on the next slide. As an example, if you look at the second entry here, if this is played for real, that means that you get 15 pounds if the color of the ball that's drawn from this box is actually blue, and you get 0 pounds if the color is not blue. That means if the color is yellow or red. On the other hand, there are 6 different options that are related to global climate anomaly in June 2023. We are going to now decide which of these 12 options is going to be relevant for your bonus payment. To do that, we're going to generate a random number between 1 and 12, and the number will then decide which of the options is relevant. Here's the color composition of the box, which you didn't know during the study, but now we reveal it to you. In fact, the box contains 42 yellow balls, 8 blue balls, and 50 red balls. If we draw an uncertain event with this box, then we are going to do that during a live video session in July 2023. And you will be able to see the color of the ball that's actually drawn from the box and see how much you earn as a result. If, on the other hand, the global climate anomaly in June 2023 is the relevant uncertain event, then we are going to wait until the month of June is finished and the global climate report for the month of June is published. We're going to look it up, and then we're going to decide what your bonus payment will be. And again, you will be able to follow all this during our live session in July 2023. So let's now decide which of the 12 uncertain options is relevant by generating a number between 1 and 12. We are using the same online random number generator, but now we are generating a number between 1 and 12. And we're going to generate just one number without repetition. So let's press on the button calculate to determine the number. Here we go. The number is 7. So let's now look up which option is listed at number 7. At number 7 here, as you can see, you get 15 pounds if the global climate anomaly in June 2023 is less than 0.8 degrees Celsius. So let us save this entry. Here we go. The relevant option 1 for your bonus payment is 15 pounds if the global climate anomaly in June 2023 is less than 0.8 degrees Celsius. Now, what about option 2? Recall that during the study, we asked you to compare the uncertain event with 24 different probabilities. The probabilities varied from low values of 6, 10 to very high numbers all the way to 94 and 98. There were in total 24 such probabilities. So we're going to generate a random number between 1 and 24 to determine which of these probabilities is relevant. And to do that, we're going to now again use the same online random number generator. Here we go. And we're going to generate a number between 1 and 24. So by pressing the button calculate, we generate the number. And here we go. The number is 4. So let's now check which probability is listed under number 4, and that's here. You get 15 pounds with 18% chance. So let's save this information. The relevant option 2 then is you get 15 pounds with 18% chance. And the relevant option 1 was, we've already saved that option 1 in the previous slide. It's here. Here we go. So in July 2023, we are going to check which of these 2 options you chose during the study when you encountered these. And if you chose, for example, option 1, then we're going to check the global climate anomaly of June and to see whether it was less than plus 0.8 degrees Celsius. And if it is so, then you get 15 pounds. If not, then you get 0. For eligibility type 2, recall that these involved choices between left option, which was always about reducing 1 ton of CO2 from the atmosphere, but getting 0 pounds for yourself, and a right option, which involved 0 reduction of CO2 from the atmosphere, but some monetary amount for you. The monetary amounts varied from top to bottom. At the top, the monetary amounts were low, such as 0 pounds or 1 pound for you, 2 pounds. And towards the bottom of the table, the amounts increased. There were in total 24 rows in the table, corresponding to 24 different monetary amounts in option 2 on the right. We're going to now decide which of the lines is going to be the relevant choice to determine your bonus payment. So to do that, again, we're going to generate a random number between 1 and 24. So let's do that. Here's the random number generator. So we are going to generate a number between 1 and 24, and we're going to generate one number. And by pressing calculate, we are going to generate that number now. And the number is 18. So let's now check which option was listed at 18. 18 is here. Reduce, so the left option under 18 is reducing 1 ton of CO2 from the atmosphere. And the right option is getting 90 British pounds for yourself. So let's summarize that information. Option 1 is reducing 1 ton of CO2, but getting 0 pounds for yourself. Option 2 is reducing 0 ton of CO2, but getting 90 pounds for yourself. This means that if you're eligible for this type of question, then during our live session in July 2023, we are going to look up which of the 2 options you chose during the study, and whichever option you chose will be implemented for real. So thank you for your attention. We will see you in July at our live session. You will receive the relevant information with the link to the live session in July. Bye-bye.